With the recent announcement of Touhou Lost Word worldwide release, you are interested in playing it but don't understand Japanese and want to be ready for launch? Well, this video is for you, so sit back and enjoy. Let me explain a bit more about the game system. The game is split into two different game styles. The first is about managing and upgrading companions, summoning new ones, or even sending them on errands for juicy rewards. While the second main game style is about using a companion in battle against ever stronger opponents. So let's break down both of them in detail. The first button on the bottom left is the store. This is where you can buy various items using in-game or real money. The military icon just above this button links to another tab in the same store. Note that once you're on the store page, to get the in-game cash store, you need to click on the button on the bottom left of the store. The second button will take you to a list of all the companions you have obtained so far, while the third button takes you to a list of all the equipment cards you have collected so far. The first button is a bit more interesting. It brings up a panel with 4 different facilities. From left to right you have the shrine, which generates energy, the offering box, which generates money, the temple school, where you can assign character to gain experience over time, and finally the training ground, where you can increase the skill level of a character. The fifth one is where you can see all the quests available and claim completed ones for rewards. The orange button on the top right allows you to claim all completed rewards at once. And the last button at the bottom allows you to display all the banners where you can summon new companions. You can also check the drop rates with the button at the top right of the screen. The biggest button on the home screen sends you to a list of stages for you to complete in battle. This is also where the story progresses. Near this button, you have 2 other options. The first allows you to make a predefined squad configuration, while the second allows you to send companions on errands. Errands are missions that you can send characters on, which get completed after some amount of real time. Notice there are 2 tabs of errands. The first one has errands that persist all day, while the second one has errands that expires after a while, if not accepted. You can see next to the big banner a small character. Clicking on it will reveal the current list of special events. These are the same as the ones calling on the banner on the right. On top of the banner, you can see 5 small buttons. From left to right, the first one allows you to view character and card arts, but also rewatch story scenes. The second one to see what item you have and how many. The third one to claim special rewards from events. The fourth one to read various news about events and server maintenance. And finally, the last one is the menu. It has various options for voice, sounds and push notification. You can also link your save data to a Twitter account, or generate a code to transfer sales between devices. On the top left of the screen, you can see the chibi version of your companion that is displayed. If you click on it, it will bring up your account profile page. This is where you can change your player name, your protagonist name, and even your public comment. This is also where you can change the girl that is displayed on your home screen. And finally, at the top right is displayed your amount of energy, which is used to play the stages, money, with which you can buy various items, and crystals, which are used to summon cards and companions. I think it's finally time to look at the combat system, which is, like I said before, turn-based. You can take up to 6 companions with you, but only 3 can be active at the same time. The first line, consisting of the active companions, is displayed at the beginning of the battle. You can switch an active and an inactive companions every 5 turns by using the change button in the upper right corner. The girl who is switching gets certain stats boosts, which depends on both her own details and those of the girl she's being swapped out for. The switching boost for each girl can be seen at the very bottom of the character's details page. Each girl has 2 basic attacks, a spread shot and a focus shot. The spread shot is usually less powerful than the focus shot, but it generates more power, and conversely, the focus shot is usually more powerful, but generates less power. But focus and spread shot are not the only way to attack. You can also use spell cards. Each companion can have up to 5 different spell cards, which are basically super attacks that have other effects that basic attack don't. Each spell cards can only be used once per battle. To use them, click on the spell card button that is on the very left of the screen, and choose the spell card you want to use. The better place to check the special effects of each spell card is the characters page from the home screen. With each attack, the thing to notice are the CP, also known as combat power, the targeting type, and the elements. The CP of a move is an estimate of how much damage it will deal. A higher number means more damage. Note that the CP number is calculated against the currently selected enemy. You can change which enemy is selected by tapping on it. The targeting type of a move can either be single target or all target. A single target attack will only hit the currently selected enemy, while an all-target attack will hit all enemies, regardless of which one is selected. The elements of a move are indicated by the icons above the button. Each additional attack represents an additional instance of damage. This can be a normal instance of damage that is not affected by elemental resistance or weaknesses, or an elemental attack. At the left side of the screen, just below the selected enemy health bar, you can check the enemy's elemental resistance. An orange upward arrow in the element space means that the enemy will take more damage from that element, while a blue downward arrow means they will take less damage. Hitting an enemy with one of their weaknesses removes one of their shield, represented by the glass-looking hexagon to the left of the health bar. If they lose all of their shield, they will take extra damage from all subsequent attacks. Like I said before, Companions generates power from performing attacks and inflicting damage. Each girl has her own separate power value that can be used in two different ways. Firstly, for every 1 unit of power that a girl has, the level of her basic attacks increase. The higher the level of the attack, the more damage it does. Secondly, exactly 1 unit of power can be spent to add a boost to the girl's next attack. Each boost stack increases the power of that move by increasing the number of damage instances attached to it. Boosts apply to both basic attacks and spell cards, and the latter can result in extremely high damage. The girls also have skills, which can be activated via the circular skill button on the right. Each companion has up to 3 skills, with the later one unlocked as they rank up. Skills can apply various buff and debuff to allies and enemies. Unlike all of the other actions, skills are activated immediately, without waiting for the turn to begin. Once the action is confirmed, the skill activates. Each companion also possesses a defensive move called Graze. They start each battle with 5 shield icons, shown in the Graze button on the right. If you tap the Graze button, 1 shield icon will be expanded to give that girl 1 stack of perfect dodge for that turn. Each stack of perfect dodge completely avoids damage from a single enemy attack. This means, for instance, if all 3 enemies attack her on that turn, she will avoid the first attack, but still be hit by the other 2. Similarly to boost, up to 3 stacks can be used in one turn, but the last shield icon can be used to dodge. And last but not least, the option menu on the top has a few things that may be useful. Shorten battle animations, that's exactly what it says. Retire just ends the battle without winning it, and returns to the home screen. Note that you do not lose the energy that you will have cost to clear the stage, so you can use this freely if things aren't going well. And finally, along the top, the tabs for team information and enemy information allow you to view some more details about each side. And on these words, we are done for today. I know there is still a lot of things to cover, but it will be for another day. I think you have learned enough to be ready for the global launch of the game. So, if you are interested to see more Touhou Lost Word content, please consider subscribing and liking the video if you found it interesting. And remember, love yourself. See ya!